It's
videos,
starting. Hi.
for videos, and that's how I have my edited intro. So if you did,
Susanna Beth, like always. I also might be doing some videos in the classroom, so
what are you an everyday vlogger or
no,
just every other day?
just whenever I get the chance or I get bored. I mostly just do it about my life. I don't like do stuff.
Look at this.
Wow. This is a pencil cup. Stuck. See what she's doing.
I tried that. It rolled back.
She's like that every day. She hasn't had her coffee yet.
I haven't.
It's just moves one way.
Is that on? Oh.
So what are we going to talk about today?
Remember what we were on in the book? Does anybody remember?
We're going to read a book.
Okay, we're
It's been a while since we were here, I think, though. Are y'all having fun? I don't want to make it.
hold it. We're going to be reading a book called Wonder. So, yeah. In just a few minutes, we will.
What am I doing with my life?
Nothing. Just YouTube.
Okay, I had you all down.
Okay, be quiet.
I might go to my channel. Matching socks too. Wow.
They always wear matching stuff. Well, sometimes. Let's dress again. So make sure you guys go to her channel.
Okay, listen, you all.
Also, Grace Canterbury.
I have
Her
you
channel.
down for page 39.
Put it in your.
I have you all down for the deal. Okay, had they already gone to the school? Had he gone to the school and they checked everything? He went all the way around to his homeroom and that kind of stuff? Okay, I have y'all down and see if this is right. Mrs. Moss, second group on page 31. Mom and Miss Tushman were talking when we got back to the office. Had they come back to the office?
No, I don't think
Okay.
so. I don't know.
Miss Garcia was the first to see us come down, and she started smiling her shiny smile as we walked in. Everybody listen, put the pencils in the boxes. So, August, what did you think? Did you like what you saw? She asked. Yep, I nodded, looking over at Mom. Jack, Julian, and Charlotte were standing by the door, not sure where to go or if they were still needed. Who was Jack, Julian, and Charlotte?
It's the three.
Who took the students that took him around to the rooms, wasn't it? Okay. I wonder what else they'd been told about me before they met me. Did you see the baby chick? Mom asked me. As I shook my head, Julian said, "Are you talking about the baby chicks in science? Those get donated to the farm at the end of every school year." "Oh," said Mom, disappointed. "But they hatch new ones every year in science," Julian added, "so August will be able to see them again in the spring." "Oh, good," said Mom, eyeing me. "That was so cute, August. I wish she would have talked to me like I was a baby in front of other people." So August said, "Mrs. Tushman, did these guys show you around enough, or do you want to see more? I realize I forgot to ask them to show you the gym." "We did anyway, Mr. Tushman," said Julian. "Excellent," said Mr. Tushman. "And I told him about the school play and some of the electives," said Charlotte. "Oh, no," she said suddenly. "We forgot to show him the art room." "That's okay," said Mr. Tushman. "But we can show it to him now," Charlotte offered. "Don't we get to pick Via up soon?" I said to Mom. He's trying to change the story. He don't want to go anywhere else in the school. He's ready to leave. That was my signal for telling Mom if I really wanted to leave. Oh, you're right, said Mom, getting up. I could tell she was pretending to check the time on her watch. I'm sorry, everybody, I lost track of the time. We have to go pick up my daughter at her new school. She's taking an unofficial tour today. This part wasn't a lie that Via was checking out her new school today. The part that was a lie was we was picking her up at the school, which we weren't. She was coming home with Dad late. Where does she go to school? Asked Mr. Tushman, getting up. She started Faulkner High School this fall. Wow, that's not an easy school to get into. Good for her. Thank you, said Mom, nodding. It'll be a bit of a... Is there a problem? Y'all be talking. The A train down to 86, then crosstown bus all the way to the east side. Takes an hour that way, but it's just a 15-minute drive. It'll be worth it. I know a couple kids who got into the Faulkner and love it, said Mr. Tushman. We should really go, Mom, I said, tugging at her pocketbook. We said goodbye kind of quickly after that. I think Mr. Tushman was a little surprised that we're leaving so suddenly. Then I wondered if we could blame Jack and Charlotte, even though it was really only Julian who made me feel so bad. Everyone was really nice. I made sure to tell Mr. Tushman before we left. I look forward to having you as a student, said Mr. Tushman, patting my back. Bye, I said to Jack, Charlotte, and Julian, but I wasn't looking at them or look up at all until I left the building. As soon as we walked at least half a block from the school, Mom said, "So, how'd it go? Do you like it?" "Not yet, Mom. When we get home," I said. The moment we got inside the house, I ran to my room and threw myself on the bed. I could tell Mom didn't know what was up, and I guess I really didn't either. I felt very sad and tiny bit happy at the exact same time. Kind of like laughing, crying, feeling all over again. My dog Daisy followed me into the room, jumped on the bed, and started licking me all over my face. Who's a good girlie?" I said in my dad's voice. "Who's a good girlie?" "Is everything okay, sweetness?" Mom said. She wanted to sit down beside me, but Daisy was hogging the bed. "Excuse me, Daisy," she sat down, nudging Daisy over. "Were those kids not nice to you, Augie?" "Oh, no," I said, only half lying. "They were okay." "But were they nice?" Mr. Tushman went out his way to tell me that sweet kids they are. I noticed. But I kept looking at Daisy, kissing her on the nose and rubbing her ear until the back leg did that little flea scratch shake. That boy Julian seemed especially nice, Mom said. Oh no, he was the least nice. I liked Jack though. He was nice. I thought his name was Jack Will, but his name's just Jack. Wait, maybe I'm getting them confused. Which one was the one with the dark hair that was rushed forward? Julian. And was he nice? No, not nice. Oh, she thought about for a second. Okay, so he isn't the kind of kid who's one way in front of grown-ups and another way in front of kids. Yep, I guess. I hate those, she answered. He was like, "So, Augie, what's the deal with your face?" I said, looking at Daisy the whole time. Were you in a fire or something? This Julian's asking all these questions. Mom didn't say anything. When I looked up at her, I could tell she was completely shocked. He didn't say it in a mean way, I said cheerfully. He was just asking. Mom nodded. But I really liked Jack, I said. He was like, "Shut up, Julian." And Charlotte was like, "You're so rude, Julian." Mom nodded again. She pressed her fingers on her forehead like she was pushing against a headache. "I'm so sorry, Augie," she said quietly. Her cheeks were bright red. "No, it's okay, Mom, really. You don't have to go to school if you don't want to, sweetie." "I want to," I said. "Augie, really?" Yes, really, Mom. I want to, and I wasn't lying. First day jitters. What time is it? I need to keep ahead of the clock.
12 o'clock.
12 o'clock.
No, it's almost 12 o'clock.
Okay, so I meant that the first day of school I was nervous that the butterflies in my stomach were more like pigeons flying around my inside. You all listen.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad were probably a little nervous too, but they acted all excited for me, taking pictures of me and Via. What's going on, boys? What's going on? Why were the books put over there?
I really just said over there for armor.
Huh?
I really just said them over there for armor. I didn't notice they were over there until now.
Is those your books you checked out?
What? Yeah.
All three of those?
No. Who was his?
So he took your books over there.
What?
She was taking pictures of me and Via before we left the house since it was Via's first day of school too. Up until a few days before, we still weren't sure I would be going to school at all. After my tour of the school, Mom and Dad had reversed sides on whether I should go or not. Mom was now the one saying I shouldn't go, and Dad was saying I should. Dad had told me he was really proud of how I've handled myself with Julian, and that I was turning into quite the strong man. And I heard him tell Mom that he now thought she had been right all along. But Mom, I could tell, wasn't so sure anymore. When Dad told her that he and Via wanted to walk me to school today too, since it was the first day, it was on the first day of school and was on their way to the subway station, Mom seemed relieved that we would all go together, and I guess I was too. Yes? Yeah, go ahead.
What time do we leave?
10 after.
Okay.
Even though Beecher Prep is just a few blocks from our house, I've only been on that block a couple of times before. In general, I try to avoid blocks where there are lots of kids roaming around. Why would he avoid the kids? Why would he avoid
Because he's
kids?
scared that they'll make fun of him.
They'll make it like they'll be looking at him to see what he looks like. On our block, everyone knows me, and I know everybody. I know every brick and every tree trunk and every crack in the sidewalk. I know Mrs. Grimadale, the lady who's always sitting by her window, and the old guy who walks up and down the street whistling like a bird. I know the deli on the corner where Mom gets our bagels, and the waitresses at the coffee shop who all call me Honey and give me lollipops when they see me. I love my neighborhood of North River Heights, which is why it was so strange to be walking down these blocks feeling like it was all new to me suddenly. Amster 4th Avenue, a street I've been down a million times, looked totally different for some reason. Full of people I never saw before, waiting for buses, pushing strollers. We crossed Amherst and turned up White's Place. Via walked next to me like she usually does, and Mom and Dad were behind us. As soon as we turned the corner, we saw all the kids in front of the school, hundreds of them, talking to each other in little groups, laughing or standing with their parents, who were talking with other parents. I felt my head way down. I kept my head way down. Everyone's just as nervous as you, said Via in my ear. Just remember that this is everyone's first day of school, okay? Mr. Tushman was greeting students and parents in front of the school entrance. I had to admit, so far, nothing bad had happened. I didn't catch anyone staring or even noticing me. Only once did I look up and see two girls looking my way and whispering with their hands cupped over their mouths. But they looked away when they saw me notice them. We reached the front entrance. Okay, so this is it, big boy, said Dad, putting his hand on top of my shoulders. Have a great first day. I love you, said Via, giving me a big hug and kiss. You too, I said. I love you, Augie, said Dad, hugging me. Bye. Then Mom hugged me, but I could tell she was about to cry, which would have totally embarrassed me. So I just gave her a fast, hard hug, turned, and disappeared into the school.
It's almost 12:05.
This has got more pages. Okay, we will start on locks. That was a good one too. I like that.
Did you read?
Uh,
Is that?
so we read 5 pages, huh?
Mama, whose book is that?
This one is